you know, advertise on the other servers I wish to advertise on, just so we can try and get a few extra viewers. And after that, yep, we can get started.
Hello, world that decided to do this thing that's called an RPG. Um,
Yes,
I
we
almost
are
choked before
rocket-propelled
this, so you all.
grenade. That is what we
Yes,
do.
we are rocket. We are rocket. There we go.
Well, no,
I
I
almost
once
choked
gave an
before this. Better be
informative...
happy I'm not dead.
In high school, I once gave an informative speech about RPGs. I was so flustered and nervous that I never included the sentence that an RPG is a role-playing.
And thanks, Adam, for the host.
Yes, I almost choked before this, so you all better be happy.
If you
Players, two of which are going to be late today, one of which just hasn't joined the campaign, and the other is taking a break. So, yay!
So, yeah, we are kind of starting off under-equipped.
Very underpowered for this session, but that should be fine. Let's just begin, I guess. Might as well. Last we left off, Barry was taking watch with her dog, and had noticed a little red dot on EFS and a yellow dot on EFS off in the farthest house from where they were. And aside from this, Root barked to try and wake everyone up, only waking up Misty because everyone else is late and they're still asleep.
And
So
that random NPC you had join us as well.
Oh yes,
Can't forget about Evening.
Can't forget him. He's a one of a kind.
One of a kind in that in the last session he managed to get Barry to face Hoof 7 times in quick succession.
Several. Yeah, he. I was gonna say almost got shot, but no, he got shot. So, Evening Star is his name. He's a Pegasus. He's a fun guy. And we are beginning with ragtag group of people being away. Oh, Barry, what are you?
Those two must be heavier sleepers than I thought. If they can stay asleep after the root alarm. Well, I suppose we'll just have to do what we can with what we got. Root, keep an eye on the two who are still sleeping. If they wake up, you can send them to us. In the meantime, there was a hostile popping up on EFS, so we should really check that out and take care of it before it has a chance to get the drop on us.
Well, then you need to use a better nail if you don't want the horse tail to fall on your head.
Great. Kid, I don't think that's what she meant. So, Root
I
is
saw a green
taking
light.
Root is taking watch guardianship over nutcases that are still sleeping. Yay. And you all are going off towards it, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Oh, another host. Thank you, Chris.
Well, as you guys walk through the pretty much, it's not dead of nights, but it's very early in the morning. And you're walking through the street of burnt out cars, rubble, trash. You're in general wasteland town. Ruins.
So I'm at like a plus 20.
Yes. I don't know what the you said plus and then you cut off. So
I said, so I'm at like a plus 20. Got it.
you cut off again. Just type the number that's going.
Well, I know it's not my internet.
As you creep closer, a building that seems to have the hostile and not hostile dot in it. One of them starts moving out, sort of coming in your general direction.
Which one? The hostile?
The red one is still in. The hostile is still in the building.
So it's the
As they
non-hostile that's approaching us.
Yes.
Looks like whatever non-hostile is in that building is coming our way.
Your friendly Pegasus has decided to find a roof on it with his pistol ready. His trusty 10mm that he hasn't shot.
Hopefully we can trust him with the Overwatch.
The robot can create a robot. Yay. Bob's up to you. Floating. If you make a lore, a academics and lore at plus 30, I will tell you what it is. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but
So roll Ack and Lore at plus 30. Just checking because you were kind of breaking up a bit during all that.
I don't know.
So,
That's how these sessions.
eh. My Ack and Lore, even with that bonus, is still abysmal.
Nice. Well, You're not exactly sure, like, on the details of what it is. Seeing these things and playing and whatnot from the previous. This one, however, playing any music, it's sort of flying there.
You're kind of breaking up, and it kind of sounded like some of your dialogue got paused and then just hit all at once.
Yeah, it's probably because I went into Roll20 while not being in Discord, and computer's weird. But yeah, it's flying up to you, bobbing in place, not making any major noises or anything. You've seen these things throughout the wasteland in your travels, playing music or doing this, doing that, just in general being just there, not in anyone's way or anything. This one has just flown up to you and is just sitting there, not really doing much.
So it's basically the FOE equivalent of an iBot.
Yep.
Above board, out of character. What he is describing is a sprite bot. It plays upbeat polka music in order to keep the citizens' spirits high, developed by the Ministry of Morale.
All right.
So they're typically a bright peak. Typically. But given how many years and whatnot they've been out, many of the pink bots have turned rusted or mold or so forth, which is why they can appear as various colors.
And this sprite bot is just sort of hovering right in front of us, doing a whole lot of nothing.
Well, it's hovering in front of you specifically, and then after a good bit, it goes and hovers in front of Misty, and then it tries to see if
it can't see me.
Okay, it doesn't hover in front of Sneaky. It hovers in front of Pegasi for a bit before coming back and finally stating in robotic metallic voice, relinquish your consumable items.
Is this sprite bot trying to rob us?
Do you actually say that out loud?
Yes, that's an in-character, out-loud thing.
Correction. This is not robbery. This is a request for relinquish all 8 items that you may have on your person to Ministry of Peace personnel.
For what purpose?
Refugees are in need. And they are.
What kind
of course,
what kind of
this is a more. This is.
Go ahead.
Bit forward thing of what I would say with robotic medical terms of like, we need this for that and this is this. But that's the straightforward answer because I don't feel like talking in robot or crazy.
And we can assume that Barry's medical expertise is enough to make sense of it all to give a layman's translation.
Yes.
What kind of refugees? Where are they?
Pony, zebra, varies on species, the pony category.
Hmm. Hmm. Can you can you do you can you tell me what their wounds are like? What kind of so I can determine what kind of treatment they may need?
Status and so deceased. Status deceased. Deceased, 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 deceased. Heavily irradiated. Deceased, injured. Front two limbs crippled. Heavily irradiated. Deceased, deceased, deceased. And it basically does that for a bit.
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of dead ponies. I don't think I've got enough Radway to take care of that much irradiation. Where are these refugees, and how did they come to be so wounded?
It will bob there for a moment, kind of like whenever your computer just buffers and tries to load for a minute. North. Unknown. Cause unknown, and they're in the north area of here.
We were generally heading in that direction, so perhaps we can if we come across these refugees, we can see to some of their wounded. I'm a doctor by trade, so I should be able to at least treat them enough until they can get to a village with better medical care available. I, however, cannot relinquish my medical supplies.
If a robot could frown, it probably.
I may not be able to relinquish my medical supplies, but I can go to where these refugees are at and treat them. As soon as the rest of my companions are awake and whatever hostile is waiting inside that building is resolved, we will resume our journey to the north, and we will see if there is anything that can be done for these refugees. Can you upload the coordinates to my PipBuck?
The sprite bots will. It's like laser little thingy that it has, and drop any pretense of talk. Look, just give me your stuff. This is, of course, a metallic voice, but if someone comes in, just drop the things and I'll come get them later. That way I don't have to kill anyone today. Please.
Are there honestly refugees who are in need of medical aid, or are you just trying to deliver me a line just to get at my supplies? I would prefer the truth.
Does a sick family count as refugees?
If you're telling the truth, then yes. And like I said, I am a trained doctor, probably much more trained than you, and much more skilled than you or anyone else over where this sick family is. So So giving
I never claimed to be a doctor. Okay. Thank you.
So if you're telling the truth and this is on the level, then I will, to the best of my abilities, go and try to issue treatment. However, if this ends up being all just a ruse, well, she will gesture at the recharger rifle that she's holding on to. I've had to use this before, and I am not afraid to use it again. So, could I please have the coordinates of this sick family?
Maybe a day. Oh, what's your names? I'll let you in. He'll reach someone, and I'll take in person. Yeah.
My name is Barry. So would I be safe to assume that the hostile presence inside the building is your compatriot?
No, that's not mine. That is with a no limbs attached to it. Which I to not find out that it doesn't have an eyelids or any limbs.
You were kind of breaking up there. What was it that the robot said it was?
It is a assault pony, any limbs or an eye laser.
So
it's basically harmless.
Hmm. Very well. If I am going to go and see the sick family, I will need to retrieve the rest of my companions. Given what's happened thus far, it would be foolish of me to follow you by myself. So, as long as you behave yourself.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Just follow the train. They're along the road. They just follow them north, and you'll eventually reach where I'm at. And tiny word of advice: don't go not northwest. Sorry, this map that I have, I forgot that it's not aligned properly. It's sideways. Don't go. They're in the. Go south. That's what it is. Sorry. Apology.
So this is out of character because, again, with some of the breaking up that you're doing, we would need to follow the train tracks to the north and avoid where?
I'll just type it in ideas because that's the current I'm in, and my map.
No, post it in general. That's what it's for.
Yeah, these sessions will go a lot.
Sorry for using the wrong channel.
But yeah, these sessions will definitely go a lot easier once the whole mic issue is resolved.
Yes.
Ah,
I have
I see. So go west.
typed it in general.
Yeah, I see. Go
Basically, what they some of the
follow the railroad
directions.
tracks west to get to the wounded family, and avoid going south to find to not come across slavers. And technically, wasn't south the way we were originally coming from?
Yep.
So you don't think those
I
slavers they're talking about was that cult we ran into, do you?
I can confirm that is completely different. Just above board, that's a different group.
Okay, so we've been fortunate thus
Want to
far.
say that, they'd say fanatic cult.
Very well. Back in character. Very well then. We've been coming from the south and have been fortunate in not meeting any of these slavers, but we will be careful and more are aware of them now. Thank you for your warning. As soon as I'm able to awaken the remaining members of my party, I'll try to see if they are willing to make the slight detour to the west to see this family for treatment. Since I've given you my name, may I ask for yours? They'll probably want to know who we're coming to help.
I'll tell you whenever you get here. It's just you have outsiders, so.
Yeah, I suppose. Just try not to shoot at us when we arrive.
We'll try.
Very well. Hopefully, I will see you before long.
And that the sprite bot will go in plain music state and the drift direction.
I can think of worse ways to start the morning. What do you think of all this, Misty?
Misty is not there.
I can still track you on. You're still registering on my EFS, even though you are cloaked. So I know you're there.
She knows that you're there.
You're also presuming that she was paying attention to any of that.
That's true.
I may not be
Actually,
I may not be able to see you, but I know you're there because. So, So your thoughts, little Philly?
Give me a second.
Pegasus will just shrug and fly back towards the rest of the group, sleeping.
Yeah, she fell asleep.
Hmm.
She had to stay still and quiet for so long, she fell asleep.
And it's out of character. It sounds like the Pegasus has gone back to the camp.
That's what I heard.
Yep, that's what I said.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I guess I better start finding the filly. And at that point, I'll just be trying to track down use my EFS to get her rough position and start just generally feeling out around in the area around it until I end up poking something soft, which I presume to be the filly.
The very sound cannot fail in any way.
It's not like you have a pit buck that can, has a light function or anything.
I didn't know if the light was starting to come up yet. So it's early enough to where it's still dark then. In that case,
yeah.
Thank you for clearing that up. So in that case, yes, I will pair following EFS with the pip buck light.
Nice.
I'll follow.
You find her.
Upon finding her, the evening will meet back up with you with a very annoyed looking tater tot and tired.
Could you repeat that, please?
Evening grab and meets back up with you.
So evening came back, and it sounded like he had dragged the others along with him.
Yep.
So I guess it means until their players get here, they're going to be more or less NPCs for the time being. Would I be right in that? It is really awkward playing with missing players.
Mm-hmm.
and the GM just fell out of chat, I noticed.
Yep.
Oh, crap baskets. It seems like we've been having a lot of issues like this the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, when he starts having trouble like this, sometimes I wonder if it might be better to just wait for him to get his PC situation fixed. And it's definitely kind of hard to play a pen and paper campaign when the GM is having issues with staying connected and being understood.
Mm-hmm.
Are you back, Chief? If you're speaking, I can't hear you. And for those of you watching, I'm really sorry about this. It seems that our GM is having technical difficulties.
I mean, that's just how my entire day is gone. So, shock.
Yeah. Each time, I admit though, sometimes part of me has been afraid each time these things have happened. If the session is just going to end up having to be cut short because as much as I enjoy these sessions and getting to play with everyone, well, for starters, we're
Hour and a half into the session, we have had one conversation.
Yep. We've been going live streaming for 40 minutes
Hello,
now.
Jim. if we can actually hear you.
While we're waiting for him to try and get things solved, I'm going to go real quick and grab a refill for my drink.
Can I be heard?
I don't know, can you? The answer would be yes. Maybe.
All right,
Possibly.
in that case, yes, I can. Well, why? Why does voice connect? It's the lowest possible thing. All right, so let's try. We spent way too long on this conversation. You all are walking, I assume, after gotten out of their groggy state and gotten stuff together. I assume you're walking.
Sure.
Assuming that the others were okay, assuming that the others were okay with this little side trip.
Taratot doesn't have anything better to do, and Shane, well, he neither has anything better to do, so he's just following you all currently. And I don't have the actual players here, so.
So any objections will be retconned in once they're back.
Yeah, like kind of a, we should have done this or something like that, but.
As long as everyone's on guard, because after everything that's been happened since we've come to this place so far, I do not have any faith that that there's a chance that this won't blow up in our faces. So yeah.
Not everyone is a complete asshole, but okay.
That remains to be seen.
Yeah, every major leader type person we've met has been in some way, shape, or form an asshole. And
that's fair. That's fair.
So until we meet someone who's actually decent, and I reserve my right to be cautious, because yeah. We've been consistently running into jerks.
That's fair. Be fair. All right, so you're walking. Not much is happening as you go along the road. Maybe Misty decides to try and balance on the train track. I don't know. But things are pretty quiet. Just your ambient wasteland noise. The occasional mole rat or gecko roach off from the distance. Far away from where it would bother you. And you're keeping up a pretty good pace to try and get this done. And as sort of evening, you can finally see a city off in the distance. It's outskirt type area.
This looks like it could be the town. I will check my EFS to see if there's any signs of hostiles or neutrals in the vicinity.
Most neutral here, neutral there. Two of them like they're sort of spaced out a bit. some of in there, about the size of a town's slum slash in size, at least.
Well, I suppose the only thing left to do is just see if this is the town and be ready and hope that no one shoots at us.
Fun. As you crest over the hills, the orchards and whatnot, and finally start getting a good, solid look at who's here. They are tall, not pony-shaped at all. You are seeing diamond dogs. Just sort of patrolling, having some rifles at like a gate type thing, as well as one of them just sitting there half asleep in a chair.
It's been a while since I've had to treat a diamond dog. What was that?
Your mic just suicide. Your mic has committed suicide. It's out trying to speak through sandpaper.
Was that me?
Yes, it is like you're trying to speak through sandpaper, GM.
So technical difficulties the second, then, I guess.
Try disconnecting and rejoining the thing.
Who, what?
Are you better yet?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's mostly your mic messing up.
Yeah. So, oh, jeez, I'm crow. It seemed to be continuing even when I had myself muted, so it looks like it's definitely coming from the GM, so...
Yeah.
More technical difficulties, folks. Sorry about this.
Just par for my birthday, that's all.
Yes, real sorry that your birthday session has to be like this.
I mean, most of my day has been like this, so I'm not really that shocked.
For those of you in chat who are here, can you think we can get a little happy birthday for Misty? I'm going to assume that's Happy Birthday, Misty in Norwegian, Carl. So, so yeah, that's a little happy birthday for you, Misty.
Until Wednesday, because it does sound like people are trying to eat Sandy or something to their mic.
You you're sounding
I
a little.
think I think he asked if we want to postpone until Wednesday.
I'm not sure because Wednesday's Fiora's Fallout Equestria stream, and I don't. I'm probably not gonna be the one to make it in, but it seems like there might be potentially an opening coming up based on recent events. So basically, it's an on-call thing. So I want to be present for the stream, in the off chance that it's, however slight, that I might have a shot getting in. Not expecting
Well,
it, but still want to be there.
let
Just
me ask this: if the rest of us happen to be available, do you care if we continue on without you? I mean, granted, it would be slightly difficult considering it sounds like this is a medic thing they're needing and you're our medic. But if we have your permission, we could at least have like your character sheet available, or we at least know what your medicine score is to roll it and such. Uh, like we know Barry isn't going to be in favor of like any radical or antagonistic sort of things.
yeah, but Chief's saying that it may not necessarily have to be Wednesday, so would Friday be a good one?
Possibly not. It depends. I have one group that normally only gets to meet every other Sunday. And there's a really good chance that this Friday we're actually all going to be free. So we are going to get a bonus session in essence. And no offense to this game, but I like the other game a bit more since we only meet every other week. So if I could get an extra session there, I'm probably going to take that.
Worst case scenario, we can just discuss it. Yeah, there's also that option of just waiting until next Tuesday because.
I suppose. If nothing else, I guess it gives him more time to prepare and stuff.
Yeah. Because. This. I think that this has kind of been. Again, I'm really sorry that we had to have a session like this for your birthday, Misty.
As I said, I almost kind of expected it.
So. So I'm guessing that's it for tonight then. Well, in that case, Ace, I guess I might as well end the stream then. For those of you who showed up to follow what little we were able to get done despite all the technical difficulties, thank you so much. And hopefully the next session, whether it be tomorrow or next Tuesday, will be a lot smoother. So, until next time, take care. Have a good time. Bye.